Right, I'll do the video properly then, shall I? So this is Maygay fight night. Interesting story. So a good friend of mine, Dave, who we all know collects M1 machines, David Tro, he sent me a message saying, I know there's a fight night for sale near Blackpool. It's like, right, okay, brilliant. I've already bought that, mate. That was pretty much how the story went. So I'd already contacted the person and was waiting for him to turn the unit on, see if it worked. Lo and behold, it didn't turn on. Not a surprise there. There is a reason why, and I'm sure we all know why that is. It had one of these wonderful boards in, and as you can see, there's quite a lot of corrosion around that. It's going to need a bit of work. The gal chips socket's totally screwed, which is just pretty much normal. And it'll go to Dave, and Dave will have a look at it and see if he can get it running again for me. Anyway, so when I went to collect it, I decided to kill two birds with one stone and decided to take the kids with me, purely because I was going to Blackpool and it was half term and they wanted to go and see the lights. So I thought, right, sod it, we'll do both together. So I took them to see the lights and went to collect this. Ironically, from 2 streets away from where I got EastEnders, so I literally drove past a house where I went to collect EastEnders. And in some respects, I'm very lucky with this one because the cabinet is in absolutely pristine condition. There is no problems with anything really at all. There's a couple of bulbs out there which I need to do, just see them two there. And then there's another bulb out on here, one of them's out as well. I have replaced most of them, I just haven't got around to these last couple of bulbs. Anyway, when I got it home, it's gone through 4 power supplies. They're probably going to go in, I'm not going to lie, but they're probably going to go in the bottom of Apollo 9 and make their way up to Scotland, so Magic can figure out what the crack is with them. Anyway, what it was is there was a lead that connects up to the coin mech, like 2 wires that come out of the coin mech, and for whatever reason they were just blowing the machine every time they were in. I've traced them back and they go to switches, so I don't really know why, and the switches all work, there's no issue with switches. I haven't got a clue why they were plugged in the first place, but that's what's causing my problem. I know Fidget Midget had said on my last video that it's the board, but I knew the board worked. I knew there was no problem with the board because it works in other machines. It works in Great Escape, it works in Apollo 9. It was absolutely fine, so I knew it wasn't that. So yeah, anyhow, so that was a problem. The next problem was payout didn't work because there was a cable missing completely. So I've replaced that, fannied around for an hour, managed to get that back on because it didn't work at first. And then the coin mech wouldn't take money. I've swapped the coin mech out entirely and put a different one in, and I've put a top shoot in from a different machine, again knowing it works, and everything works now. So we have a machine now. Wanted one of these for a while. There's a few reasons why I've wanted one of these. Mainly because it's a pretty cool old Maygay with some pretty mint sounds. But also that, as another friend of mine, Cheerful, has shown you, it was in fact emptyable, and it was even emptyable on the £5 version. So I seem to remember.
Good clean fight, right? In the red corner!
Just bear with me a sec. Can't do this for my feet. Oh, I've not even got there in time. Good job I can hit it, eh? So it does light up to slow down that as well. So right, so that win is over the block. So these, if anybody ever plays them out in the wild, has a very, very rigid block, and the rigid block is exactly there, £2. Will not go over £2. However, an over the block win is free. You can get an over the block win a couple of ways. So you can get it, I've just seen me do it. Is that there? I can't quite remember the reels, to be fair. We'll find out in a minute, hopefully. No, it isn't there. Wrong one. Wrong setup. I'm still trying to remember the setups. Anyway, basically that was a crack with it. So you hit stop and step for blue 7s, or you also can get it through revolver as well sometimes. So it can give it through revolver, and because it's an over the block win, it's free. I still can't remember if that's the right setup or not. I'll find out again. Yeah, I think it is this time actually, innit? So what you do is you play it for that feature if it gives it. There's a few ways of getting it as well. Need to be a bit careful at swapping as well, I seem to remember, because it can swap and give you the boxes, which you don't want. Inevitable. Yeah, it was the right setup, wasn't it? Doesn't matter where your first reel is. So that's not the right setup, is it? Nah, that's not the right setup. There's not even any point of going on the board. Anyway. Notwithstanding that, the machine can be emptied, even on £5. And I remember where I emptied one, I sat on one in an ice cream parlour in Matlock, Bath, of all places, and it had one. And I sat on it, and I sat on it, and I sat on it, and eventually the machine gets happy, so happy that it gives invincible boards. Still the wrong setup. And you knock the invincible board back by taking a small win, and then it's not invincible again the next board, and you just keep doing that and doing that and doing that, and then when you want to kill it off, I remember you take the invincible board and that starts to kill it.
I want a good clean fight, right?
Yeah, as you can see, it is in ridiculously good condition, this.
I want a good clean fight, right?
There's the boxes that I don't really want. Mind you saying that, I think because it's... the block will be on still, but you'll only get like £2 offered to you anyway. Even that I think's £1.60, I'll take it anyway, just for a laugh. Oh no, £2 it'll be. That's a chance. Welcome to Fight Night.
I want a good clean fight, right? In the red corner! Hurry. Could have been a contender.
They don't make machines like this, do they? They just do not make them anymore like this. Everything is just so cool about it. There's a chance. Because that £3 win is entirely free, not counted for because it is over the block, the machine will get happier and happier and happier, and even a £5 machine eventually will just get off its head, and then the trail will start going red For anybody who doesn't know. I also, to clarify a point, I didn't actually didn't know the trick when it was in the pubs and that. It was well after that I found this one out. Not a 1. 2. Oh, you knobhead.
I want a good clean fight, right?
Just waiting to kill me, innit?
It's threatening the towel, Harry, and I can't understand why.
Thanks to the usual tech support team as well for all their hard work on putting up with me and me babbling on. So thanks to Magic for giving me all these usual pointers. Dave for pretty much being on call 24/7 for all things I couldn't cope with. And we have got another fully working Maygay M1, which is like the dodo, innit? That's how many working M1s are about. They're a pain in the arse. But I wouldn't save one if I didn't like the machine. And they are absolutely mint. Just need 2 features again. 1 feature.
You're going down.
3. Oh, you've been a knobhead again. It's not blocking it, by the way. It's actually quite the opposite.
I want a good clean fight, right? In a red corner.
Silly me thinking it will it. There we go. So the only way this works is if it lines up £3, just per chance it sometimes does do. If it doesn't line up £3, all you do is you hit absolutely nothing, like that. I used to just aim for the fight night because that's where it generally was. That nearly did. And all you do is you just either you nail £3 or you get nothing. Oh shit. I didn't want to nail fight night, did I? I didn't even realise that gave that. Blah 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 blah. Where are we? Oh well. Live and learn. I love the way it does it so deliberate on the first. Loves to do that as well. Also likes to land it in and then nudge, just to wind me up even more. Don't know why. Obviously I haven't got enough pounds in it, even though there are quite a few quids in it. I have a limited amount of old ones. I didn't realise you could get fat. I still didn't realise that even now. Oh well, it has been a while. Probably should have held that. And that's the setup again. Right, just give it. One. You absolute dick. It's been a dick. And then just drops the same setup back in again next spin.
I want a good clean fight, right? Hurry. In the blue corner. 8, 9, 10. You're up.
Come on, Fight Night, have a word with yourself. Just take Fight Night for a laugh. Win series? Thought it was. That'll be £2 anyway. The idea is to try and get it happy and not take wins, but it would be a crap video. Everybody gets the gist of it anyway. Just pretty straightforward. And on a £5 it is a very long trick. Oh, come on, Fight Night, have a word. No need for that. Saying that, I shouldn't be taking wins, so it's kind of my own fault.
Welcome to Fight Night. I want a good clean fight, right?
To Fight Night.
I want a good clean fight, right?
I legit probably will be on this all day just doing this. So you get one more before we go.
I want a good clean fight, right?
Dirty get. Right guys, thanks for watching. Oh no, go on. Sod it. Why not? One more.
I want a good clean fight, right?
One feature, please. I'll swap corners, see if I can get it. Come on. Get. Come on, just give me it. You get. Anyway, no worries. Right, thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Mint machine.